This week on the show, speaking to Martin from Scrap Local. Hey, this is Chris. Welcome back to the show. We continue our 500 garage build, and the video that we did recently about the must of going from the paper diary to the digital diary is getting lots and lots of feedback, and not surprisingly, some people are digging in. There are some points that make no sense. You cannot compare the two. If it's not for you, as you know, I'm a pretty straight talking guy on the shows, very, very accessible here as well in the business. If you ever want to chat about anything that you think could help the business or any reasons why you don't want to change certain things, it always is great to get your feedback. But now is the time to go from the paper systems into the digital systems. There's so many benefits, and I continue counting down this 500 with you. So get in touch, and it would be great to set you up with a free demo. So it's back to guest time on the show this week. What a great company these guys are. I met them recently and was really excited about what they do. They're not based far from us, here up in the north, and Martin from Scrap Local is our special guest on the show this week. We met at the Auto Mechanic event in Birmingham a few weeks back. Was really interested in your business. So just tell us a little bit about Scrap Local and what it is that you guys do.
So Scrap Local, we connect producers of scrap metal waste and end-of-life vehicles to trusted scrap yards locally. And essentially we're doing for the scrap industry what Just Eat and Uber have done for taxis and takeaways. So whether you've got a scrap car, scrap metal, or you're looking for parts, the idea is for people to come to Scrap Local and we can connect you to the right yard that provides the right service for your inquiry.
So from a garage owner's point of view, and I know we're looking at potentially doing something together with MOT Manager, but in simple form, a car comes into the garage, it's unrepairable, and it's told, you know, this probably needs to go to a local scrap dealer. The garage doesn't have a relationship with one. The customer doesn't have a clue. They can come onto your website and use your technology, and that will link it all together really simply.
Yeah, so essentially, since launching the business in March 2020, we've been focusing more on the consumer side. So the consumers generally come to our website and get a quote, and then we find the best places to service that. But one of the things that we've realised pretty quickly is, what for the end-of-life vehicles specifically, the main reason why people scrap the vehicle is because it's either failed the MOT or it's had an accident damaged or it's beyond economical repair or whatnot. So MOT centres, are generally where they are before the end of life. So one of the things that we're looking into doing is getting more MOT stations and garages and providing the service to them so that they can offer their customers the service of getting rid of their failed MOT car, because, it's a hassle for the MOT stations at their depots. They've only got limited space. And we can provide a service whereby we can collect the vehicles from the MOT station, which is a simple process for the customer. For the MOT station, it frees up a space on the car park, and they can focus on filling the car park with vehicles that go on the ramps rather than just, a car that needs collecting in 3 days because the customer doesn't know what to do with the car, for example.
What I like about this as well is its progression within the scrap industry. So for quite a few years, there's been lots of new regulations. Gone are the days you could just tip up with a car and be handed over a wad of cash and the car would be crushed and moved on. However, that company was doing that. So as that has become more regulated and that business has changed, this is the right time for this product, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, the scrap industry was sort of dragged into the digital age when they banned cash from the scrap industry. We partner with fully licensed, authorised treatment facilities to make sure that the vehicles do end up at the correct places. A lot of customers, when the vehicle's failed its MOT, especially now with the with new vehicle sales and the automotive industry issues with supply chain, the last thing people want is a car that's beyond economical repair to end up back on the road by some rogue trader that's just buying a car just to flip it, fix it, and get rid of it. So we're trying to service the scrap vehicles the right way. But another type of vehicle that people do get, especially MOT stations and garages and stuff, the guys that do the used vehicle sales and stuff, are the more higher end vehicles, the younger vehicles for like salvage and breaking and things like that. So we've got a wide range of scrap metal dealers that can deal with just the scrap or the ones that are breaking for parts and spares and things like that.
I suppose as well, this makes the operation quite slick, because there's nothing worse than a car being sat at a garage, no one knows what's going on, letdowns over people saying they'll come and recover it and take it away, and people getting paid. So this is the one-stop shop. But I like the way that this can be very, very slick, from literally the garage owner and the customer getting in touch with yourselves to it being taken away to them being paid any money's due, the customer, that is.
Yeah. So one of the plans that we've got specifically for MOT stations is to provide a portal for an MOT station to log in and book their collection for the customer, and we can provide the MOT station with a quote, just so that if the MOT station wanted to make a margin or anything on the quotes that we give, we can offer the quotes directly to the MOT stations and garages. But equally, because the MOT station's got an account with us, ideally, we'll be able to book the collections in from their location, or if they wanted us to pick them up from the customer's location, then we can equally do that as well.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on the show today. It is very much, the minute I spoke to you at the Auto Mechanic event in Birmingham, I was really behind this, and we're looking at collaborating together. We'll make sure that our own network of garages are put in touch with you, and I'm sure there'll be many other people watching the show that want to get involved, and we're going to get you back on in a few weeks to do a bit more on that. So thanks for your time, Martin.
Yeah, no problem. No, very welcome.
If you want to come on the show, if you have a product or something in the industry that you'd like to talk about, get in touch. It would be great to hear from you, and you're more than welcome to come on a Thursday show. And we want to build up a panel of various different people across the industry as well, who we can talk to and share around ideas and find out about new things coming into the marketplace. Don't forget the rule: if you're not on board with MOT Manager, I only ask you for one thing, and that is to give 15 minutes of your time. That's 15 of your time. Maybe we can do 7:30 in the morning or later in the evening, whatever works. Come and have a look at what MOT Manager does. That will only cost you a few minutes of your time, and I will always leave you with a fixed monthly fee for unlimited use of the software. Hopefully we keep answering your questions. Look forward to hearing from you soon, and we'll be back on the show next week.